Hi guys, Lucky Al here, and today is another crazy story. I tried several times to record this, didn't work out very well. Yeah. This story takes place the summer of 2011, and there's this kid in my apartment complex who he was a really horrible kid. It was not fun to hang around, and I regretted every time I did hang out with him. My best friend at the time, who lived two doors down, he started hanging out with him because, you know, the guy was playing the whole innocent trick, and then I go over there and I find out that they're making traps, and the way the traps were, they're small enough just to catch like a squirrel, bunny, or an unlucky chihuahua. Um, and it had a spike in it, so when it came down, it would stab the animal, and it would either bleed to death or die on the spot. And I go over there, and I was like, "This is bad. These traps are inhumane." And the guy's like, "No, no, no, no. We're just catching animals to give them a better life in captivity." And I'm just like, first of all, no one can domesticate an animal by themselves or should take a wild animal into captivity. Second of all, I'm not stupid and I see that spike in the trap. And he's like, he tells his little sister to attack me. And I was having none of this, so I jump out of the way. She trips over my ankle and I jump out of the way. Jumping, and I land on the ground. I just was trying to jump out of the way. I wasn't slick enough to just slide out of the way. But, because I jumped and I was like, I wasn't scared of her hitting me. I was like, what on earth? Kind of took me by surprise, which is why I jumped. And then when she landed on the concrete, she started crying, of course. And the mom came out and she asked what happened. And the kid immediately goes and says that I hit her. And I'm on the ground. How does it look like I hit her? So I don't even know why she believed her son. But then she starts freaking out and say, "Get off my property, and if I ever see you within 10 feet of my house, I will call the cops." And I ran off, of course. Believed her at the time, and I was mad. And so there was this pond that was behind his house, but it was technically in property of the other apartment complex. So even if his mother did catch me over there, she couldn't call the cops. It's not her property. Well, technically, it's not her property because apartments you rent. And it is a weird apartment. It was like kind of like a house, more like a house than the other apartments. So I was went down to the pond because he had made this shelter thing out of any pieces of wood he could find and whatever he can take. He didn't have any nails, so he took all the rope he has because he has a lot, and he tied everything together. So what I did, took my knife. It's a little rusty, but it can cut through rope, surprisingly. And I cut all the ropes, and everything fell down. I kicked it into the pond. And all of a sudden, his friend, who lived next door to him, walked down and said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Don't talk to me. I'm mad." And he's like, "Okay, man, you need to come chill out. Come over to my house and play video games. I got some pretty cool Mortal Kombat stuff." And I said, "But you're right next door to him." And his mom said she didn't want to see me within 10 feet of her house. And he's like, "Hey, it's okay. She's not home right now, and neither is any of them." And so I go over to this house. We played Mortal Kombat. It was pretty fun. And I go home, and found out he told the maintenance worker that I had threatened to stab him. And the maintenance worker told my mother because they're pretty good friends. And my mother didn't believe it because she knows I'm like the most peaceful guy ever, and I had only hurt someone if they threatened me first. Or, they hit me first. And I told her what had happened, and she said, "Okay, go into the pool," because the way where my pool was, it was really close to our apartment, and to get to the gate, the side the gate was, I would break the whole 10 feet thing. And even within a one corner of the pool, I'd be within the 10 feet. The way they place these things, I just don't know. So anyways, I'm at the pool, and she walks out, and she sees me. She has an angry look on her face, and I do this heroic pose, and I feel, "Go call the cops. I dare you. They can't put me in jail. I did nothing wrong." I didn't even touch her. And she's like, you are a big liar. I'm going to call the cops and you're going to be in a jail cell tonight. And I was like, okay, it's not how it works, but okay. But she runs in, she slams the door, and no cops ever showed up, you know. And so yeah, it was pretty crazy. My mother ended up telling my friend's mom what had happened, and sure, my friend got grounded, so I couldn't hang out with him. But at least he had, you know, he'd gotten away, and he'd realized what he was doing was wrong. So yeah, it had a pretty good ending, and I got some courage for once. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Never talked to anyone over there ever after that incident. They were both jerks, and you just gotta be careful with who you trust and who lives around your neighborhood, and some people you shouldn't hang out with. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.